Well, things don't always go as planned. As you can see, my garden just kind of fell apart this year after being away in the spring for a couple of months and in the fall for a couple of months for a job. I wasn't able to take care of it. So since it's been raining a lot here in Virginia lately, and it wasn't raining today or tomorrow, I'm spending this time trying to get things cleaned up, throw away the trash, and just kind of reset. I'm very thankful for the jobs that I have, but it does kind of eat into my gardening time, so it's hard for me to get videos online when I'm not here to make them. My greenhouse is pretty much a disaster area as well, but I've been cleaning up some of that just so that I can get a few little winter seeds started. I'm going to be planting some lettuce and kale and cabbage in there. So I've got one little shelf in there that's cleaned off and ready to go, and I'll show you that in just a moment. But as of right now, I'm just trying to get everything cleaned up on the outside of the greenhouse while it's not raining, because it's supposed to start raining again in just a couple of days. As I was cleaning up the outside of my greenhouse, I did notice that my spearmint, parsley, and garlic was still alive. So I've brought it in here, and I'm going to be getting all the weeds out of those pots and trimming it so that it can be a little healthier, and I'll leave it in the greenhouse this winter since it's doing so well. I was kind of amazed at that. Over here, I've put my water barrel, and it's just an agitator going. I'm going to be getting a couple of goldfish to put in there, and then I'm going to be using that water to water the lettuce that I'm going to be putting in this bed right here. I do not have this set up to have an automated aquaponics, so I'm going to be doing it manually, which means I have to scoop out the water from there and put it into here, but I'll be planting some seeds in that. I also have 2 regular beds, seed flats, that I'm also going to be planting seeds in. The lights that I have up underneath of it, you might be wondering why I have it under the beds instead of on top of the beds. That is actually for the heat, to heat up the soil and to heat up the roots of these. Then I will also have this plastic that comes down over it, so it'll be like a greenhouse inside a greenhouse. And then if it gets really cold, I can put the dome on top. Right now it's just sitting there, I don't really need it. I try not to use my heater in here as much as possible. It does use a lot of propane. It's only for when nights dip down to like 20 degrees, and it's only going to be like that for 1 or 2 nights. Other than that, I don't like using it through the winter, so I try to set things up so that it can sustain without an extra heat source other than the lights. If you wonder what the white powder is on the floor, it's just diatomaceous earth. A lot of times in a greenhouse, especially during the winter, you have problems with insects because a lot of the beneficial insects are hibernating, or they're just, things like aphids will take over very quickly. So I like to put down diatomaceous earth to just help combat with some of those aphids and with some of the cockroaches and with whatever else might decide to keep warm inside my greenhouse. Quick update on my saffron. In the early spring, I did transplant this. I knew that it was transplanting it at the wrong time of the year. I was hopeful that it was strong enough and it would survive and come back, which it did. As you can see, it all looks pretty healthy. However, it did not produce this year because I did transplant it at the wrong time of the year. So I'm thankful that it all grew back and it is nice and healthy, but I didn't get any saffron this year, so that was kind of disappointing. I'm now trying to get all the weeds out of it from where I haven't been home. I still got this bed to do. I'm trying to use this opportunity while the weather's not freezing outside and the ground is not frozen yet to finish out the outside work, and then I will start doing some more of these sewing videos or any other videos that y'all would like me to make that is something I can do. So if you like this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions or comments, please feel free to leave them. Thank you. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you like these videos. Thank you.